I need you guys to watch this because it's so funny. You saw that live? Oh my god. I don't play MapleStory so I was a bit confused, but then when I understood, I was like, oh god. You can see the full rant. It's 40 minutes.
Themselves in the past, games like The Day Before or Direct
You're gonna like this story. You're gonna like this story. You won't believe it.
Contact. There's been a ton of them. I've never seen one go as brazenly and ballsy as Battlestate Games.
Okay. So I'll give you a bit of context. Escape from Tarkov is an online only game, right? There's no way to play the game solo. There's no way to PvE only, and you need to get out there and get fucked. So, a modding team created a mod that allows you to play single player and still level up. In order to play the mod, you had to buy the game at first, right? So, BSG's getting their money. Doesn't matter. Okay, they're getting their money. The freaking modding team's doing it for free. You can install, customize your experience how you want. And you need a copy of the game, and they're independent. You can't mix the mods into the original game. It just won't work. You'll get banned instantly. So there's no real problem here, right? Well, Tarkov had a bright idea.
An Escape from Tarkov. I actually think this entire saga that has transpired over the past like 24 to 48 hours is one of the worst cases of a developer meltdown that I think I've ever seen. If you guys haven't heard the news, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have been aware, Battlestate Games announced just the other day with their new patch that there is going to be a new version of Tarkov that you can purchase. So you know how they have different bundles on the store. They have like the Left Behind version. They used to have Edge of...
I think it's like 50, 89, and 100, like depending on how much you spend. You had a few different advantages, more space in your stash, and a bigger container.
Darkness, which they then removed. Well, now we have a new version called the Unheard Edition, which is the most arrogant, pay-to-win bullshit bundle that I think I have ever seen in a video game. But before we talk about that, this one's ironic. This video is sponsored by a game that has now moved up to one of my most anticipated games of 2024, and that's Arena Breakout Infinite. Arena Breakout is touted as the definitive ultra-immersive tactical military extraction shooter, but to me, this is what Rings of Elysium was to PUBG, but for Tarkov. It has quality of life features that I wish Tarkov had, things like map markers. This Unheard Edition, which gives you access to the game, obviously, but it also gives you access to a long-awaited and wanted feature that a lot of people have been asking for, access to the PvE co-op mode with persistent progression. Now, if you're...
So, Battlestate Games releases a mod that you can play offline, and you have the progression. Fair enough. How much is gonna be that fucking edition?
Fans of Tarkov, you've probably heard of a mod for the game called Single Player Tarkov. It basically takes the game and brings it offline. You can play co-op with your friends. There's progression, there's persistence, there's looting, there's all the things you love about Tarkov, but you don't have to deal with either the sweat lords or the cheaters or any of the PvP elements of the game. But the problem is if you're playing that mod, you're risking a ban on your account. And seeing as the Edge of Darkness edition was $150, there is a lot of people that don't want to risk that. So what did they do? Well, they locked the access to the PvE co-op mode, which you can't get anywhere else unless you buy the Unheard Edition. This was as of 2 days ago. I'm giving you guys the recap because there's been updates since. They've given you an enhanced stash size that is bigger than the Edge of Darkness edition, as well as a bunch of other, bullshit, a new secure container, a bunch of weapons, rubles and stuff like that. But it gets even worse because they also give you increased starting level of character skills, your attention, your hideout management, weapon maintenance.
They're making the game pay to win instead of making it freaking, they're making the game pay to win instead of just making it so you can play offline. So people are like, oh, well, I have to buy this because it's going to be official. It's going to run smoother than my mods. And I'm going to be able to play online with friends, right?
Bolt action rifles, pistols, you all start at level 3. They also give you access to a unique radio electronic item called Mark of the Unheard. Now, this item is equipped in a special slot, meaning it doesn't take up an inventory slot. It gives you a 50% discount when using cash services in Raid. So all of the extracts that you can pay to get out early, it's 50% off. You get your insured equipment returning to you 30% faster. And the most brazen fucking thing I think I have ever seen in a PvP shooter.
This is so fucking broken, dude.
When you get to 6+ fence reputation, scavs won't shoot first at you at ranges over 60 meters away. So you can literally pay to have the AI scavs not shoot at you over 60 meters.
So dumb.
Huh. And then on top of that, and trust me, it gets worse, there will be future updates to this thing, which gives you a unique item called a distress signal device. When the item is activated, it produces a bright flash as well as a loud sound signal. Once activated, all players on your friends list will receive a notification that they can join your raid to help you. So if you're sitting in the lobby, you're doing some inventory management, you get a ping, you can just jump into the raid where somebody needs help. Okay. All of those things are fucking ridiculous, standing on their own. But when you bundle it in to this Unheard edition, well, you're paying $250.
There you go. The price tag is $250. And let's say you bought the best edition, it's still over 100. It's like it adds a $150 on top of your purchase if you purchase the Edge of Darkness edition, which was the previous biggest bundle. So if you're new to the game and you want to play offline, pay $250. US dollars, yes. And if you have the Edge of Darkness edition and you want to have fun with friends that aren't as good, pay $150.
Fucking dollars for this bundle. And if you are a buyer of the Edge of Darkness edition, which again was $150 before they pulled it off the store, you have to pay an extra $100 to get access to all of these things, including the PvE co-op mode of the game that you purchased in your Edge of Darkness edition, which, by the way, when you purchased Edge of Darkness, there was a little line there that said you get free access to all subsequent DLCs and season passes.
It was promised in the Edge of Darkness that you would not pay more to get the new arrivals, and then they fucking released this, and you're like, well, actually, if you have the big bundle, you're gonna pay $100 more. Still, we changed our minds.
So that was a fucking lie.
Which is where a lot of people are now freaking the fuck out about, because what is the PvE co-op mode if not a DLC for the game? BSG's community manager went out in Discord and he basically said, guys, it's not a DLC, it's a unique feature of one of the bundles. So Edge of Darkness users, yeah, you guys.
Screw you, bud. It is. It is a DLC. Is it the same game? Is it the same game? Does the progression carry on over? Shut up. Simple as that.
Guys don't get access to it. Huh? So Edge of Darkness users get access to Tarkov Arena, which is a completely separate client, through the same launcher, but they don't get access to the single player portion of Escape from Tarkov. How does that make any fucking sense? Well, it doesn't. And here's the thing, when I first saw all of this going down, we were live, and I'm gonna leave it to Stream Big Fry to tell you guys exactly what I thought about the reaction at the beginning stages of this announcement. If there is one community on the internet that would rush to justify Nikita literally grabbing the bottom of your jaw, pulling it out, and taking a shit in your own mouth, it would be the Tarkov community. They would rush to the defense and they would say, think of how much food Nikita had to eat to generate that shit. It's a steal. That's the fucking Tarkov community. I don't think there's anybody who could put it more eloquently than Stream Big Fry. Truth is, the Tarkov community puts up with a lot of shit.
But the backlash is making me happy. You wanna why? The backlash makes me happy because they're getting what they fucking deserve for once.
Shit that Battlestate Games does to them. From copyright claims to content creators to adding in all of these pay-to-win microtransactions to now this, a $250 bundle that is locking.
Okay, look. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of game studios who hired modders. Bethesda hired some modders. Like, a few companies have hired modders, and when they wanted, they could have just hired the modders and paid them what the fucking next purchases were gonna be. Like, I don't know, like, you can work out a deal and make them your employees. You don't have to fucking go against them and then say fuck you to your community and charge $100 more and $250 if now you want to play this game because you were afraid of playing it before because it was in PvP only.
Features that people who paid $150, years ago can't access. But what if I told you that it gets even worse? Because after this announcement came out, their Discord was flooded, and still 48 hours plus later, their Discord is being spammed to absolute fuck. The community is on fire. People,
I just saw that one fucking comment.
Discord was flooded, and still 48 hours plus later, their Discord is being spammed to absolute
fuck. Yeah, fuck you, Nikita.
fuck. The community is on fire. People are pissed. Content creators who have staked their entire livelihood on Tarkov are now starting to speak out. I've honestly never seen a backlash this huge in the tactical shooter space, let alone like the gaming space in general. There's articles being written from Forbes, PC Gamer. Everybody is on this and watching this all unfold. This is insane. So any logical company would literally look at all of the bad press and their community on fire and people uninstalling and people pissed off, and you'd think they would try to, roll it back and say, hey guys, maybe we fucked up. Hold on, let's figure this out.
Even Battlefront did it. Even Battlefront folded and accepted they needed to change their game, and they did it. Like, Battlefront 2 is fun to play now. Like, no matter if the game is dead, if I were to hop back on Battlefront 2, it's fun to play now. It's okay to go back on your decisions.
Now, Battlestate Games went on the offensive. There were a couple other companies, including Grey Zone Warfare and Arena Breakout Infinite, that were taking shots online alongside every single other person.
When this came out and my friends told me about this, you know what I said to them? This looks to me as they're trying to have a legal loophole kind of argument where they want to sue the creators of single player Tarkov, because what they did is they were like, oh, we're gonna release the same thing, and that way, like, they spent a shit ton making it, and they realized, holy shit, this is like a lot of resources, so they put the fucking... No, I think the price tag is just a fuck you. Straight up, I think it's just a fuck you. So that they're like, yeah, fuck you. Pay 100. Some people paid 100 for this. Why can't you guys do it instead of playing the fucking single player Tarkov? You know what? Doesn't matter. We have enough people who purchased our thing and who say it's a real product, so we're gonna sue your ass. That's what I think is gonna happen. They're dropping this and putting a price tag on it so people buy it, and they have some sort of way of suing fucking SP Tarkov or getting them out of business. And they don't make fucking money often. You can pay for certain mods, but like usually it's all user funded, like just here, have this, I made this. Like
Battlestate Games decided to double down and attack Arena Breakout Infinite on their Twitter by basically saying, like, have a nice 20-minute adventure in the blatant plagiarist game In and Out. To which the Tarkov community was just like,
at least I don't have to pay 250.
No. This is definitely missing the mark. You guys have no room to throw shots with what you just tried to pull to their own community. Now, if it wasn't bad enough, we have been sitting here anxiously awaiting.
But also, like, Battlestate Games, the creators of Escape from Tarkov, were like, it's like they didn't really encourage it, but they weren't fucking saying, no, don't play this. Like, I think at some point they were like, we're gonna take action if they find a way to make it cross over into the real servers. I think one of my friends said that. I'm not sure, but like, I don't know. It didn't seem like it bothered them. Like it went on for a while and like there was no news of suing, and then they just do this, and I was like, okay.
For Nikita's response to see how he's going to fan the flames, calm people down, revert to where we were before. We were waiting for a response, and well,
he's not gonna revert.
Fuck me, we got one. 6 hours ago on the Escape from Tarkov subreddit, Train Fender, who is Nikita, he says the update regarding EOD edition to honor the owners of the EOD version and their indelible importance and role in the EFT universe, we plan to add the following unique features to the EOD edition. So they're not reverting the Unheard edition. They're just going to give EOD people these features. Let's talk about it. Faster return of insured items. We don't know what the faster rate is. Increased personal trader buying limits by 20%. Okay, who cares? Increased basic PMC karma. But by the way, when it will be implemented, that's still not in the game yet. So, okay. Access to a unique hideout craft. We don't know what that is. Increased basic charisma skill. Okay. Special quest line with increased pocket size as a reward. Okay. So if you buy the Unheard edition, you get increased pockets, which are basically the size of scav vests. Now, if you're an EOD version, by the way, $150 fucking dollars, you have to go through a quest line to unlock these increased pockets. You get the ability to skip 2 daily quests per day free of charge. This sounds like a fucking mobile game. Unique dog tag, a unique armband, a unique set of clothing, a unique legacy device. What that legacy device is, who fucking knows? I don't know. Let's just put something out to appease the masses. High priority matching for EOD owners.
All this shit, but we're not seeing access to the Unheard edition, which really was the biggest thing. Like, you're gonna get access to the DLCs and to every. There was a promise. They promised that they would give you access to this shit.
For 6 months. What is high priority matching? What even is that? Is that a thing? I think
I think it's you wait 28 minutes instead of 30 minutes. I think that's what's priority matchmaking.
A lot of people have been kind of pointing out that they didn't even realize that was a thing in the game. As well as the one thing that people have been complaining about the most, the fact that they should have access to the offline PvE mode. Well, you're getting it if you're an EOD owner. For 6 months. I actually don't understand how fucking stupid Battlestate Games is being in this situation. The theory...
Bro, we can't let them get away with this. Can't, because if they do it, other companies are gonna fucking... Imagine Activision charges you to play the campaign. Imagine Activision releases a Call of Duty and they charge you to play the campaign. That's like, what? And you can only play the campaign for like 2 weeks. Cause like, okay, like...
Theory is that...
Yeah, but I feel like Overwatch didn't make you pay for it, right? But What's scummy though is that they make you pay for the characters now, which that is scummy, and screw them too.
Battlestate Games lost their ass financially on the release of Tarkov Arena. They put a lot of resources into it, a lot of money. They put up tournaments and stuff, and nobody fucking played it. Nobody cares about it. The game is essentially dead, like I kind of said it was going to be when it came out. The game wasn't good. Tarkov Arena sucked. Nobody's playing it, and they lost their ass. So the theory is that they're trying to financially recover from the losses.
I didn't pay for a campaign on Overwatch. What? I bought Overwatch, then I moved on to Overwatch 2. I don't remember paying, but... Huh. I'll have to look into that. Anyways, maybe I'm just not up to date.
That Arena made for Battlestate Games, but this isn't the way to do it. How are you going to look at the #1 complaint that people are having about the Unheard Edition, that we should have access as EOD players who purchase the bundles that give us access to future DLCs? How are you not going to give them offline PvE, a feature that has been highly sought after and requested by the community, to the point where there's an entire mod community that is working on single player Tarkov, risking bans to play that mode, and you're going to give EOD owners access for 6 months? Hey Nikita, you missed the fucking mark yet again. And here's the thing, this entire situation screams Battlestate Games needs a huge cash injection for whatever reason.
Holy shit, Overwatch did this? It was not working. Okay, I didn't pay for it, so maybe that's why I didn't get caught. I didn't get got. Oh damn, that's a shame. I would have hated to fucking pay for that.
Let's say they did lose their ass on Tarkov Arena. Let's say this company is making some pretty poor financial decisions. But what's funny about this entire situation is people are starting to say that, you know, Battlestate Games is starting to revert on what they said the Edge of Darkness users would get in the future. And what you're not actually seeing, or maybe some people miss this, is as Landmark, who is a very prominent Tarkov streamer, he was going through the Edge of Darkness, you know, version versus the unheard of version, and as he was doing this live on stream, Battlestate Games was on their own website changing the wording of Edge of Darkness features to cover their own ass, because what happens is in the Edge of Darkness edition, what they say is you get a unique secure container, which is your gamma. It's unique. Nobody else can get that. But if you buy the Unheard Edition, you get that same thing, which people are pointing out, that's kind of fucking bullshit. Your wording is not true. You're lying to your community. They went and changed the wording of unique on the Edge of Darkness limited edition to secure container. They took the word unique out to cover their ass live on stream on one of the most prominent Escape from Tarkov streamers of all time.
Wayback Machine today. April 25th.
Today. The same day.
You're a legend. They removed the word unique secure container. Dude! They fucking removed it? Are you kidding me?
This screams incompetence. This screams we're sinking. And I have never seen backlash towards Battlestate Games like this. And I find it so ironic that this is happening the same week that Gray Zone Warfare just did one of the most successful early access tactical shooter playtests that I think.
Sometimes in life, things just write themselves. You know? Sometimes in life, things just write themselves. You would try to overcompensate and kill the competition by adding these things, but like, people aren't gonna buy it. Like Gray Zone Warfare, which I've been advocating for on this channel for a while, and it's like having the best playtest ever. People are happy, like developers feel like they're listening to the feedback, like poor performances are being addressed, and then they just dig their own grave. Sorry, they just dig their own grave. Like, GG, well played, I guess.
I have ever seen. It also happened on the same day that Arena Breakout Infinite, most people are calling a complete Tarkov clone, released gameplay that has a lot of people impressed. Not only the competition, but the alternatives are all circling right now in the water. And Battlestate Games decided to torpedo, and I mean fucking torpedo, their own game, their own goodwill, and honestly, their own fucking community by trying to leverage the losses that they took on Tarkov Arena for putting out a subpar fucking product. You want to now leverage your own community who has stuck by you through all of the bullshit, who has spent over $150 fucking dollars on your game, the Edge of Darkness users. You want to leverage another $100 to Edge of Darkness, $250 bundles to your own community to make up the losses for putting out shit products. That is the recap. That is my opinion. I have been keeping up with this entire situation, both on X or fucking Twitter, as well as streaming live on Twitch and giving you guys my opinions of things happening in real time. So if you guys aren't following the socials, get connected. All of my links are down in the description below. I want to know your guys' thoughts. I mean, I have a feeling I know what everybody is thinking here. This is the downfall of Escape from Tarkov. And I'll be honest, man, Escape from Tarkov's community is one of the most diehard, dedicated, cult-like fan bases that I have ever seen for a video game. And if you choose to let them slide here, you are actively hurting your own game, your own community, your own content creators that you guys watch. Everybody is affected by letting Battlestate Games off the hook here. So don't let up on the spam. Don't let up on the conversations that you guys are having on socials. Don't let up on the...
Address it, because someone buys it and they don't know what's happening. That's a win for them.
Boot on their neck right now, because this is one of those things that, like, I don't think I've ever seen a company do something like this ever. So keep it up. The conversations that you guys...
Well, as Shuri pointed out, Overwatch kind of did, but like it was $15-20, so can be excusable when you look at this. I mean, $15-20, that's still $15-20 for people who believe in your game. So I can't imagine fucking $250.
Guys are having the memes.
Or $100.
Everything about this is what you need to do to make people like this understand how badly they fucked up. And maybe you can actually implement some change to the community. If they dial this back, I still think there's going to be a lot of goodwill that has been burned in the last 48 hours. And it makes no sense outside of the fact that they are financially sinking. And if that's the case, well, I don't know what to tell you. My name is BigFry. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Well, I mean, shit. That's a like for me. He said pretty much everything there was to be said, honestly. Like I said, it doesn't make no sense, man. It is just scummy in a way. Like, how and why the frickety frick would you do that?
With new jams and to advance your prehistoric, who I be is the question and the answer is rhetoric. With new jams and to advance your prehistoric, who I be is the question and the answer is rhetoric. Who you messing with? Who you playing with? Who you messing with? Who you playing with? Who you messing with? Who you playing with? Who you messing with? Who you playing with?